Hi guys, my name is Oluburu Paul and welcome to another episode of the Money Talk. Today, my guest is a tech lawyer, and she's going to do the introduction of herself later on. And she's an amazing woman, and it's all about tech and the life and lessons here and there. And this podcast, this video is fully sponsored by Golen. So, Rosemond.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm amazing, doing great.
It's good to have you today. So tell us about yourself. What do you do?
Wow. Okay. So a lot of people introduce themselves by their titles. I like to introduce myself by persona. So I'm an energizer. I would say that I bring energy to spaces, projects, people.
Yes.
Yeah. Then what I do, I'm a legal practitioner, and I am very passionate about tech startups. So I'm a technology lawyer, and I work with a lot of businesses. I volunteer a lot. I am very passionate about corporate governance, and I just enjoy solving like big problems, right? Yeah, in a very interesting way. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's
and of course, I'm a psalmist as well. I always like to put that part.
Oh, music.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's really great. So, I wanted to ask, because when you're introducing yourself, I had like multiple questions in my head to ask, like, lawyers. Do you think lawyers make money? Are lawyers making money?
Yes. A whole lot of money.
A whole lot.
A whole lot of money.
But I've seen some lawyers that are like,
like how?
You're not. Like it doesn't look like you're making that money, like enough of that money.
I think for me, it's when starting out in the legal profession, we've been indoctrinated right from law school that we have control over our practice. Okay. And I think the best thing to do for yourself is choosing how you start your career. Okay. And beyond just whether it's law or any other profession. Okay. One of the things that we are told as young lawyers or as young wigs or as new wigs, as they call us, when you just get called to bar, is that you should find somebody to serve under a right foundation. Yeah. And I think that a lot of people should pay attention to that, because how you start is how you grow. Right, your foundation is everything. So
it's important to start from probably well-established organization.
Yeah. Or even if it's not the big four as we know them, it's good to be with somebody who has clear understanding and has demonstrated endless seasons of competence that you can learn.
Season of competence. Do you understand? How can you lose a case if you are doing this like this endless season of competence? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that was slick. So you're a career person, right? You're chasing this legal thing seriously. I mean, do you think that having a career work is sustainable? Do you think that people can buy their dream cars and their dream home from chasing a career? I mean, I know there are some people that says, 9 to 5. I know maybe you're not doing 9 to 5. Maybe you're doing
I have my thoughts,
6 to 10 or regular thing. But I mean, are you saying that people can make a sustainable living from careers, like buy their dream house and dream cars?
Yes. So, like I would say, different paths for different people. Okay. I think the first thing to do as somebody who wants to make an impact and you want to make good money and you also want to live a very fulfilling life is to define your path, right? When you're starting any journey, let's not even talk about business, a relationship, a career, whatever it is. You have to count the costs, right? So for people like us who are like professionals, we are in that season, or maybe we are gradually coming out of it with the tech rave. But back in those days, they would say there are 3 professions that we want you to do: lawyer, doctor, or engineer, right? Yeah. And the reason, now, as much as it's like a bias, the reason why a lot of our parents had that mindset, because they felt like when you do something like that, you are giving some sort of prestige. There's a prestige that comes with the profession. But beyond the prestige is the fact that as a professional, you have the capacity to mold your path. You are not subject to, as a professional, you can work in-house, so they call it working in-house. So if you're working in a bank, you're working in a corporate environment, you can, tend to legal issues in-house. You can work to own and establish your own law firm, right? So you just start out like literally like an entrepreneur.
Okay.
You're starting your profession, starting your career. You go to court, you handle your cases, you get recommendations, get referrals. You can do that.
Okay.
Another thing you can do is you can work in a firm that has a growth structure.
Okay.
So you come in as an intern or maybe as an associate, and you grow to junior, then senior. You can rise to become partner, and as you rise, the benefits increase.
Yeah.
So there are so many ways you can, actually have a fulfilling career. It's for you to define who you are and define if maybe a corporate in-house job works for you, or you're the kind of person that loves independence and you just like to go out there or in the forest, kill and eat, right? And then get your own clients, get your own briefs. And I always say, one client can change your life if you know what you're doing, right? So you can choose that, or you can go into an already established structure that has a growth or a career trajectory and growth through the ranks, if that's what fits you. So it's about being self-aware and knowing different aspects that work for you. So I would answer that question and say, yes, you can have a fulfilling and rewarding career. Okay. I know that the economy is not how it used to be before. Money has literally lost value. So people should not base their entire lives on having a 9 to 5. I don't. Okay. I literally have a 12 to 12 because I'm a partner in a firm. So I'm constantly, having to work. I can't remember the last time I said, oh, I can't wait for 6 o'clock to be over so I can go home. I can wake up at 1 a.m. and that's my creative time. So I get stuff done. So I've gone through all those transitions. I've worked in a firm that has a plan. I have been on my own, and currently I do consultancy for a specialized set of clients by the side. So I've gone through the trajectory. I am self-aware. I know what works for me, and I think that you can actually have a fulfilling career, and you can make good money as well if you know what you're doing.
Wow, that's impressive. Wow. So while you were talking earlier, so you mentioned like there are some occupations that are prestigious. Do you still think being a legal counsel is still prestigious in this country?
Do you know why I'm laughing? I'm just
because for me, I can't say. I don't think I. Okay,
let me sound like somebody, like a very popular comedian. Everybody knows. Now people they spoil lawyer work. Right?
I think it's a lawyer too.
I don't think so. Right, but like there are different sides of the spectrum. Okay. Many of the sides a lot of people are exposed to are those in co-charge and bail guys are ready to hustle
my
for
Lord,
time.
may I?
But trust me, when you get to the other side of the spectrum, there are lawyers that sit down and they get briefs in the millions and in the billions, and I can tell you for a fact that that's a reality.
You said billions?
Yes.
Briefs in billions?
Yes.
All just to do what?
I don't know. Do you remember when there was? I'm not trying to promote them or something. Do you remember when they were? These guys, Templars, were trending on Twitter.
Templars.
If you remember, yes, they're one of like the big four. So when you consider, let's talk about the big four in accounting, like the KPMG, PwC. Templars is like one of the top 3 law firms, even globally as well. In Nigeria as it were. And we're talking about starting salary that their associates already can buy cars when they're just entering, right? So I'm trying to tell you that there are different spectrums. There's the one where you carry coats, not suits. You wear coats. Right, and you're hustling. We don't want that one. But the truth is that you're not trying to discountenance or disparage them. But that is why I said at the beginning that you must from the start know exactly where you want to fall. Do you want to be doing hustling? Lawyers are not hustlers. Like literally, we are told to have the mindset that we are the solution providers. Do you understand? So I always say that if you have the privilege to be mentored by somebody or serve or start your practice under somebody who gives you a picture of your future, it helps you with what you settle for as a professional. It helps you. So you are not trying to hustle daily 2K. Right? When you stand as a lawyer and you show what you can do and you give your bill of charges, the question is not we have someone that can do it cheaper. The question is we appreciate the skill and the competence you are bringing to the table. Let's negotiate the figures, and then you can say, okay. And I think that takes a lot of self-awareness to build. It's not a one-day thing.
Wow. Well, I think I said 1 million times. The thing is just entering. So a question came to my mind also. Do you think AI can take over the legal job?
So let's put it this way. We've had series of events globally, from the internet bubble that happened to, of course, we had a lot of corporate scandals. These things will always come. Everything that looks new will always look like the next big thing. AI did not start today. I do not think AI would replace physical jobs, but it's an enhancement. It's just like the internet. The internet is a tool.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence is a tool.
Yeah.
And as we begin to grow and as we begin to develop, more advanced or more adaptable models of maybe service delivery, the best bet for legal practitioners is to be on top of their game, because technology is I always say it wherever I'm privileged to speak, that technology is a fast moving sprint. So you cannot be saying they want to come and collect lawyer, or you better understand the system and use it to be able to. I'll give a typical example. Now everybody's shouting ChatGPT, blah 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 blah. I won't lie, there was a particular time when I started using it, I was like, I don't need PA again, because this is doing PA. But the thing is, it is not just about the tool. It's about knowing how to use it. I was reading a post on LinkedIn this morning. It was a criminal lawyer who just talked about what happened in court. And he said he was handling a landlord and tenant matter. And he was confused. He had run out of cross-examination questions to ask the witness in the witness box. And so he just went on ChatGPT and said, list of questions to ask a defendant in a landlord and tenant matter. And he brought out all the questions and he was able to do his work. The artificial intelligence will come to court and be asking the questions, but it is a tool to be able to enhance your work as a lawyer. So nobody should see it as competition. It has literally come to make our lives easier. That doesn't mean we should be lazy, but we should use it because it's a tool to really do your work,
this
right?
So blowing hot. Wow. That's really. I've not really explored ChatGPT for, I don't know. So maybe because sometimes when you are not moved by pressure, even the good things don't pressure you too sometimes. Course, even the things that you're supposed that so maybe because I'm not yet I'm trying to understand it properly. Because another thing is that I don't want to get too used to a system that I lose my own touch. I lose my own ability. Because there's a pounding machine now. But I remember that back in the days at home, my first time mom, we would sit down like,
my brother, it doesn't mean that I will be liking suffering, because if anything has come to make my life easy.
It's always, but I can't go back there. I can't go back and I don't think I can't go and doing. No, but the machine makes it better and all of that. So I think I'm just taking my time to understand. Because one thing about me is that when I take something, I take it deep. And I become an advocate for it and all that. So I want to understand it better. So I'm still reading, still checking it out, but not depending on anything on it. But wow, let's talk about money. Money. I'm really very particular about money, right? What do you think? What career mistake do you think people in careers are making?
Okay, first of all, I wanted to say that my middle name is Efezino, which means wealth has come.
Hey,
so I already have like money
in the tunnel.
So I would say, like, I don't know, I always say this whenever I have the opportunity to, that money is it's paper, right? When you fiat cash, right? And it's more or less like a reward for something. Right? People love to give it in exchange for something you have given in return. And what that thing is value in whatever form. Right? So you sell real estate land, your product is the land. Or somebody sells maybe a fashion item, the product is the fashion item. But we as lawyers or as career professionals or as service delivery persons, what we are selling is knowledge. We are in a knowledge economy. So if you are going to do great as a career person, and I'll still come back to the question, you must learn how to package your knowledge in such a way that people will pay for it. Right? So mistakes that a lot of us career people make is, first off, we are too excited with statistics rather than what was the word? Competence.
Can you say that again?
We are carried away with statistics than competence. So now, because we are in a social media world, everybody looks shiny online, right? It is when you get to interface with the person or give the person some work to do, you realize that whatever these people are making noise online is not aligning with the excellence of the work they do. So I feel like, especially now that we have a new generation that we're always complaining about, Gen Z, blah, 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 I'm like, I feel that people need to go back to the basics and pay more attention to their competence. Because I understand the place of talking about what you do, making announcements. I am a very big social media person, you will find me. Most of the time, most of my clients have found me online. But a big mistake we make is that we focus on the shiny things and don't focus on depth. You need to have depth.
Yeah.
If you don't have depth, it's only a matter of time. Number one, if you interface with one client and you don't do a good job, guess what? You've lost 10 clients because one client can bring 10.
Yeah.
Right? It's not about the number of social media, Facebook ads you do about your website.
Yes.
The question is when the rubber hits the road and they come to you and say, we have this problem, we need A, B, C, D. Can you deliver? Do you understand what I mean? So I think number one mistake is that we place too much emphasis on how popular we are than the results that we bring.
So career people to form popularities?
Sorry?
Career people, do they also do form popularity? Did they try to be popular also?
Well, yes, they do, because they like to, talk about their work. Maybe they like to, maybe I met with this. Oh yeah, please leave us alone. leave us on LinkedIn.
Celebrities.
Leave us alone, right? I feel like a lot of people, and that's why a lot of people even have issues with LinkedIn, because they're like, everybody just comes on there and they say, I'm happy to announce.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
The profile is so much, and then you get to meet them in person, and then you are the competence is below the profile.
Yeah, something like that, right?
Because it's not for all of them, founder of this, that, they leave that, and you're like, oh, this is a lot of profile, and they give LinkedIn also help you to. LinkedIn is a very good platform.
Love it.
Yeah, very good platform
for
professionals, for crap people. But I see that people are not really totally utilizing it. They are putting what they are. Some are even putting what they are not there.
Yeah.
Then you now go there and find them. They now give them a job. They now mess things up. And I say they are happy to announce.
Yeah.
But when they sack you now, you're not going to be happy to announce.
You're not going to be happy to announce. And I feel like nobody, let's even leave LinkedIn, nobody publicizes their failures online.
Definitely.
Right? People want to just, do the best, look the best, which is not bad. But I think the emphasis should be spend more time gaining depth. If you need to learn more about what you do, the industry you are in, the rules that govern the industry you're in, please take time to learn those things, and your results will begin to speak for itself. And the people that you have impacted or served, right, will be the ones that will even testify of your good work. So,
are you still learning?
Yes, forever.
So you're still trying to. Are you trying to become more lawyer? Are you planning to add lawyering to your lawyering?
So there's something we usually say in law school, right? The job of a lawyer is never finished. We read till we are done from this earth. And for me, it's one of the very encouraging things, because even as individuals now, for personal development, the day you stop learning, you start withering away.
Definitely.
Right? They may not be able to tell in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, but when you are not constantly applying yourself, for example, you have clients. I have clients that I have to keep being on top of the industry. I need to know what is going on, because I must keep presenting myself of value. It's not pressure. I enjoy it, right? I enjoy adding more knowledge. I'm the kind of person that you will find me lost in a blog or a book or something, just wanting to update myself.
Will I be lost in a book or a blog?
Maybe a fairy tale one, right?
I even read. I read, but I prefer audio visual.
I'm an audio visual learner, so I love to listen and watch.
And
same as
the
me.
book sometimes. Well, I've tried. I read, but when I start listening, I will stay there.
I always say that people like us, we exist for people like you. So people like you that don't have the time, we have the energy.
Because I even believe in, because someone who has read the book can help me to summarize it. Put it down. So all the story that the person mentioned that might not really be important to me, the person will have cut it out. Just give me the bullet point.
Yeah, exactly.
But sometimes when I take time also to read, there's some things that you need in the book. You can only get them in some books. You can only get them. I mean, it's good to have you today. Rosemond, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for the important lessons you've shared with us. So she's a corporate lawyer. Introduce yourself again. Market yourself to everybody. Okay,
so I am very, very passionate about the startup tech ecosystem. I have close to a decade of experience working with startups, both domestically and internationally, and I am very, very passionate about just ensuring that businesses succeed. So I always love to have a roadmap. I'm very passionate about corporate governance, and I feel like businesses can succeed when they know exactly what to do and when to do it. And then of course, like I always add, I am a psalmist. I will not forget that part of my life, because
it's very important. So if you need the services, please reach out to her. LinkedIn or Instagram page is going to be somewhere on the screen, and then you can just connect with her. She's going to do a good job. So thank you for coming, Rosemond. It's good to have you. So next time, guys, until we meet again on another episode of the Money Talk Live, Everything Talk, all the talk and talk. My name is Phil-Otihiwa. Thank you.